and realize that this is not a legal situation.
I have a question for you. When you describe Mr. Castañeda and his activism, you could have been describing former Councilman Sergio Sanchez. He too was representing a minority district. He too is a member of the minority class. He too is Spanish speaker. He too defended bilingual education very firmly. He was never censored. He never had these kinds of problems with the city council. So I wonder, have you ever thought, I don't know if Mr. Castañeda has thought about himself, maybe it's not about disenfranchising people, but it's just about his personality, about the way he behaves?
Pero no puedes comparar a dos personas. Everything people is different. Sergio Sanchez is other person, and José Castañeda is other person.
Can I have your name, please?
Rosa Espinosa.
Gracias.
Así que no ataques.
No estoy atacando, estoy preguntando.
Just a minute. Hold everything.
Están sufriendo discriminación.
Okay. All right. To answer your question, we're not going to get into it today, but in fact, we know that Sergio Sanchez was also a victim of the deprivation of some of these rights. He was similarly treated in many instances, and we're going to leave that discussion to another time. We're not going to have that discussion now. But the fact that they didn't have a public censure in place during the time that Mr. Sanchez was on the city council, and yet they have one in place now, that was developed for Jose Castañeda. And simply because a member of a protected class, in this case Latino, is able to avoid a harsh discrimination, does not mean that the next person who is similarly treated or is a victim of these type of measures, in this case of public censure, is not a legitimate member of a protected class who's being discriminated against. That's just a fact. So it's not a question of comparison, it's a question of the study of the facts here, the record of this city councilman, and whether or not these rules and these laws are legal.
Well, how were Mrs.
Hold up. Let Jose answer that question.
You had enough questions too. So I think because we're on public, Claudia, I think you also have to put a disclaimer out there. You got to understand that there's two factions of Latinos, Chicanos, whatever you want to be classified as. You understand that the factions that there is, that the old guard establishment has manipulated by running their campaigns, pretty much rolling out their campaigns with heavy money. The school board elections is no different, city council elections as well. And I think you need to be forthcoming as well as yourself, because you have taken part in these type of factions, even outside of your journalism reporter role. It was discovered that you actually did a joint business venture with a specific person, Fernando Armenta's cronyism group there in Gapadilla. So I think you need to put these things out in public, and we can debate these issues, because when you start doing those type of things, we're doing something of a Jorge Ramos type of deal at a local level. So I think we need to come out clean on who we really stand for, whether it's for what you report for, or whether it's the backing group at the back door.
So are you accusing the Herald, Claudia, of being part of a conspiracy
Stop.
against you?
Stop.
No, he put it out there, sir.
Okay.
He put it out there. Is that what you're alleging, that she's part of a conspiracy?
Why don't you step out of the way that the
I am asking you if you can be a responsible journalist. Just a minute.
Humbly, I will say yes.
Hold a minute. Just listen for a minute, okay?
Sure.
Responsible journalists don't stay with the superficial. They dig.
Well, I don't think that was superficial at all. I think that was cutting to the point.
Is this a press conference?
Yeah,
you want to argue
and I'm the
with me?
press or a conferencing.
Okay, all right. No, this is our press conference. KCBW, or whatever you are, did not call the press conference. We did. Okay, you understand? Okay. I'm not going to get into a debate. That's not going to happen.
It's fine.
Just a minute now.
Nobody wants to.
We are not alleging that this young lady or anyone who's standing here is part of any effort to deprive the councilman of his rights. If at some point we add